Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David Serero, and I have the pleasure to have today over the phone a very, very talented person. Her name is Talina Navide. Let me spell it for you. Talina, T-A-L-I-N-A, Navide, N-A-V-I-D-E. And of course, this name is very familiar to you because she is an amazing, wonderful TV host. And she's much more than that because she is going, finally, we're so happy that she's moving into acting because we need wonderful talent such as herself. My dear, wonderful guest, Talina Navide, she's originally from the UK. We say hello, of course, to all our friends over there. And she's now making a splash in America. Always the best talents are going there. She is a great inspiration to young women, and we love what she is doing because she has done a website that is called YourGuideToStreetFashion.com. I repeat it, YourGuideToStreetFashion.com. Of course, if you are driving, don't go there yet. We don't want to be sued. But once you settle in front of the computer, you will love that website. But enough of the introduction. Let's hear our wonderful guest of today, Talina Navide. Talina, my dear, how are you?
I am great, thank you. Super happy to be speaking to you from lovely LA.
Yeah, it's so funny because you're from the UK. I live in New York, but somehow we managed to speak when you are in LA and I am in Paris. Like we are both, they're both spread, while originally we're from almost the same place in the world, but like we're fully spread, but it's good. How's the weather there?
The weather finally is fabulous. It was literally raining cats and dogs for 3 days, and everyone was like to me, oh, don't worry, it's like London. I'm like, no, London doesn't rain all day, every day, non-stop, and everyone in LA doesn't know what to do with themselves, but the sun is now shining, so I'm very happy about that. I've been to Malibu and done all of that to really enjoy the sun, so we're on a good track now.
Wow, listen, just when you talk with your British accent, with the LA spirit in your head, it's like it's the perfect combination. You know what? I'm going to send you the yellow pages. Just read them for me. I'd be happy. Whatever you say, it's like it's like honey for my ears.
Maybe I can create a career out of this, reading yellow pages to people
from
America.
I mean, whatever you will say, now I understand why you're so successful. Is because just when you talk, it's marvelous. So when you act and you do all the stuff, it's even greater. So I would love to know about yourself before we start to talk about what you're doing now. Before we start to talk about your future and all the great things that you have in mind. I would love to know where you're from. So you told us the UK, but I would love to know, how did you start your career as a TV host? How did you start?
Okay, so basically, I live in London, but I'm actually from the north of the UK in a place called Manchester. So I've lost my accent, though, but I'm a northerner. And I'm also half English, half Indian. So my dad was born in the UK, but he's from India originally, and my mum is British. So there's all a big mix going on there, really. But yeah, so basically, since I was 3, I've always loved acting, but I've also always loved writing and fashion. It's always just kind of been in my blood. And I went to university, or college, I think they call it in America, and I did an English language degree, and I was doing a lot of journalism and that kind of thing. And I started up my own street style website, which you mentioned before, YourGuideToStreetFashion.com. And basically, I was writing a lot, but I really also kind of missed my acting. And I was doing a lot of fashion interning. I interned at the awesome British brand House of Holland. But I was just like, I want to use my creativity to do something more for me. So I thought I'll combine my love of acting with my love of journalism and fashion and start up my own YouTube channel. So obviously I started doing that. And it's much more than a vlog. I look at it more as a TV channel, and I present that. so I do a bunch of interviews. I started off doing interviews with fashion-focused people, but now I'm moving into all different realms of creativity, young entrepreneurs, athletes, nutritionists, actors, and doing like a bunch of interviews with them because I really want to educate my audience on all the amazing talent that there is around the world. So that's how I started my presenting, and now it's just kind of getting going, really, which is really exciting.
And you are indeed very, very successful in all the great things that you're doing. And also you have a really great audience. And so my question is, how would you say is this new job that is called influencer? A lot of people are talking about it, and it became like a new passion. As a matter of fact, I was having a drink with someone, and someone came and said, I asked, what are you doing in life? And they said, I'm an influencer. So that became that there used to be something secondary, or you're an actress, but you are also an influencer, or you're a model, but
exactly.
But now it became like a part-time sort of thing. How would you explain that? And what is actually the role your role as an influencer?
I think like the reason that an influencer has become kind of a primary role for people is because before it was very much like you had to focus on doing one thing. So when I was doing my acting and presenting, people were saying to me, if you go forward with presenting, people won't take you seriously as an actress, so you need to do that first. So it's like, oh, I had to just be an actress, or, oh, I have to just be a presenter or a fashion blogger or whatever. Whereas now, I think it's only really happened in the past few years. It's possible to be doing lots of different things. And if you're not doing lots of different things, it actually makes life more difficult for you because it's much more difficult to thrive. So I think the influencer thing allows you to do a lot of different things so that you're not saying, oh, I'm a fashion blogger and a stylist and an actress and this. You're like, well, I'm an influencer and I'm using my voice in various different realms to kind of, I guess, influence and inspire people and educate people, whether that's in your films if you're acting or whether that's on your YouTube channel or through your writing. But being an influencer, I think, allows you to do a lot of things and really have a voice, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're so right. And I'm so glad to hear you saying that about the fact that now it's okay to do all the stuff, and actually you have more people finally understood that because in the old days when you say, oh, you are an actor and a singer, so all of a sudden people were saying, but how can you do both? But now finally people have understood that the fact that you're an actor makes you a better singer, and the fact that you're a singer makes you a better actor. The fact that you have, a sense of fashion, a sense of editorial makes you a better TV host, and vice versa.
Exactly.
Because you know how to sell stuff and how to bring and how to deliver definitely a message. So I want to really influence people to definitely follow you on Instagram. Your Instagram is YGSF, the little line, and then by Talina. So please follow her, YGSF. It's really, which means your website, which is called Your Guide to Street Fashion. How that title came together, by the way?
It's crazy because I sort of came up with it when I was maybe 18 or something and just starting my university degree and wanting to write about fashion. And it was just made sense because I love street style. I love kind of wherever I go around the world, looking at the style of people just walking around the streets, and also in magazines, I always like the street style sections because it's all about where someone's created their own look. And I'm much more urban and that kind of thing. So, I just thought, well, this is exactly what it is. I'm guiding people on street fashion and hopefully giving them ideas and inspiration And it was just as simple as that. And then when I decided that I wanted to really take this seriously and set up a website and do all these things, we were playing around with loads of different names. I had this help from these website designers. And when it came down to it, I was just like, you know what, I want to keep that name. It's catchy. And then I abbreviated it to YGSF. And then when I started doing my YouTube channel, it became YGSF TV. So, it's very malleable. I can sort of do anything with the name. The only issue I've found with it is that it can maybe pigeonhole me as just being in fashion, which is something that I really like to reinforce. When
you are so polyvalent that fashion can be also food, can be also movies, can be also music. There's so many things that are attached. Because what is fashion after all is, creativity that is always coming, actually 4 times a year, So I'm pretty sure a lot of great things will come up for you. I love, the tab hotspots. Just promise me, by example, you have boutiques we love. Just promise me if one day you would say radio shows that you love, you would put me first place. Okay.
100%. It's funny that you say that, actually, because I have over the past. I've always loved radio, listening to it in the car, that kind of thing. But over the past few months, I've really got a passion for it, and I'm actually really interested in sort of pursuing it as a career path, because as well as what I'm doing, because you can be a radio presenter, a TV presenter, a YouTube presenter, a podcast presenter. So, the power of the voice is so important. So it's funny that you should say that, because I probably will have a section on my website focused on radio or podcasts. So the law of attraction right there.
No, but it's really good, because you have a very radiophonic voice, and you have a very beautiful personality that, people want to hear you. It's not like me, by example. Me after 10 minutes, people are sick of my voice, So
no, I love the French accent. It's one of my
favorites.
You love
the French accent, my dear.
I love it. It's just oh, yeah.
Well, I wish people would say that to me more often. But so now I want to ask you, so what is next for you? What are the next things that you have in mind and that you are going to do and you want to talk about? Because let me tell you, my dear, we want to support you, and I want to talk about all your next projects, and I want everybody to go on your YouTube channel and definitely see what you do. I mean, the quality of the videos are really, really amazing. It makes me feel like, all these Vogue videos that we see now on Facebook and when they do interviews or stuff, it makes me think of that. That's really where your quality is. I really mean that. So now tell me, what is next for you?
Well, with my videos kind of thing, we like to do them professionally. I have a team and everything like that, and we put a lot of time and effort into it, and we make the videos so that they can appear on TV. So at the moment, I'm in discussion with a couple of channels and things about putting my videos on TV. So that's one thing we're doing, which is really, really exciting. Another thing, obviously, I'm in LA at the moment, and I've been doing a lot of filming. So I've just filmed with this amazing pinup girl who really changed my perception on the pinup community. Also filmed with this DJ and everything. So for me, it's a lot about creating a lot of content for my YouTube channel, but also now I'm doing more stuff with other platforms. So like I was saying, moving into radio, when I get back to London, I'm going to be sort of starting to be going on different radio shows and hopefully leading into my own radio show, which would be awesome. I'm also starting a podcast as well, which I'm going to be recording a pilot episode for in LA with this awesome DJ. So all of that's going on at the moment, which is really, really exciting. And I'm always, want to create important content and that kind of thing. And I do a lot on mental health. because of my own personal experiences and the experiences of people that I've interviewed and that I know. So for me, it's a big focus, and it's something I want to push forward. I want to be an advocate for mental health. I want to be a person that my viewers can come to and talk to me about all of that. So that's kind of where I'm at with my presenting and my YouTube channel and stuff like this. I also, obviously, am an actress, and I have been for a very long time, but I've only moved into kind of the film industry in the past 18 months. So in the summer of 2018, I was in the desert in Australia for 5 weeks filming a sci-fi film called The Dust Walker at the end of this year, and obviously that will be really exciting when that happens. So that's been that was a main focus of me for a long time. It took like a lot of work. And then from them, then now I'm actually reading quite a few scripts from directors and producers that have approached me to do some of their films, like as in be in some of their films. So that's something that I'm going to be hitting when I get back to London. So yeah, it's all a lot of stuff going on, and hopefully, things are going to really start to take off. I have a great feeling about this year, so that's good.
Well, let me tell you, my dear, this is going to be your year, and anything that you're doing, please put me in the loop, and I would love to talk more always about all the great things that you're doing, all your upcoming projects, and, it's just beautiful to hear a woman doing, what she loves and being happy. I mean, as a matter of fact, any individual being happy and fulfilled in what you're doing. And actually, this makes everyone happy, because we see so negative things, but it's so nice to hear someone who is positive. And really, people, go on this website, yourguidetostreetfashion.com. If you have a fun place or you are doing fun stuff and, want to collaborate with our dear guest, Talina, I believe you can reach out to her through the website. There is a contact me page. Yes, indeed. And I love the little thing, contact me with the exclamation point, It's even that, when you have contact me with an exclamation point, that just shows, the invitation. And it's so lovely to have you over the phone, and we say hello to all your wonderful team. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Serero. I had the pleasure to have over the phone this very talented TV host, an influencer, an actress. Her name is Talina Navide, Navide. Please follow her on Instagram. Her website is yourguidetostreetfashion.com. Once again, yourguidetostreetfashion.com. She's amazing. She's great. Follow her. And my poor self, you will see me very soon. Take care, guys. More music to come right now on iHeartRadio.
Some jobs need a master, a mortgage master, with dedication, focus, and expertise. If you need results, you need someone with decades of know-how, with no distractions, no time wasting, and no faffing around. Not a jack of all trades, but the master of one. For a job as important as your mortgage, that's EBS, the Mortgage Masters. Search EBS Mortgage Masters to find out more. Lending criteria, terms, and conditions will apply. EBS DAC is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.